Ohio State finds a way to win again at Rutgers, 35-16. Their least abundant win, I think, ever at Rutgers. Actually, it's not true. There was a 35-21 win, I believe, in 2019. But not quite as even that game wasn't as competitive as this one was. Rutgers pushing Ohio State into the fourth quarter. We're grading Kyle McCord as we do after every game, as we do the quarterback after every game here from Buckeye Talk. Kyle McCord ends today 16 of 26. Is that what it was? 16 of 25? 19 of 26. 19 of 26, 189 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. We're pros here from cleveland.com. Steven, what is your grade for Kyle McCord on this day in Piscataway?
All right, so first and foremost, I just want to say this. Kyle McCord broke a record today. He had 18 straight completions dating back to his 7 of 7 day against Wisconsin in the second half. He started the game 11 of 11. That broke C.J. Stroud, who had 17 straight. Remember that Michigan State game when he just made wasteland of the Spartans? He had 17. That record broke a record that J.T. Barrett had 4 years earlier than that in 2017, and the comeback went over Penn State. So kudos to Kyle McCord for breaking a record today. With that, I'm going to give him a C+. I don't think he was as bad as some of his bad moments felt like in the moment. He had the interception, but I said at the time, even to our texter, sign up for the text 614-350-3315, good read, bad throw. And then we talked to Ryan Day about it, and he basically said the same thing. Good read, just got to get a little bit more air on it so we can get over the top. He made the perfect read. Ryan Day even went coach mode and told us why he called that play call. It was cover 2. So good read, just a bad throw. I thought his receivers failed him in some key moments today with some drops. I don't think he was I think in the moment when he makes mistakes right now, it can be very easy to go, what's going on? Why has he been so bad? But I don't think it was as bad, especially coming off the Wisconsin game, which was actually a bad game. I thought he was decent today. C+, not perfect. Had some weird moments, had to pick, so you can't give him a B right now. But C+ for a guy who, especially in the second half, once again started to move the ball down the field.
Andrew, your grade for Kyle McCord in his 9th game this season as the starter.
Yeah, this is hard. I think I'm going to go B- for the same reasons that Steven said. I thought his receivers let him down a little bit. The throw that he made right over by midfield, that was just a throw where Ryan Day said it came out flat. I think that it's important to note the difference between bad read and bad throw, like you were saying, because a bad read that's one thing. That's concerning. Like the Wisconsin play, that's concerning. Like when you make a read like that, that is concerning. A bad throw can be rectified. We've seen him make really good throws. His touchdown throw to G. Scott might have been his best throw of the year. Just, I understand circumstances were a little different. It was at least one of them. It was a great throw and a great catch. So there were good moments from Kyle McCord today. The bad moments were over there. The reason this is a B- is because there was a play in the first half that we noted in the press box. Hey, I think it was Marv. He had Marv deep, and I missed him. I don't think he missed him. I think he was a little gun shy. And I think the confidence is not what it was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if he just missed him. I think he looked at it and went, nope, and then turned and dumped it off. That's what I saw today. I saw a couple different routes like that where he could have stretched vertically and he went underneath. That would concern me, that you look at a guy who, look, it's Rutgers. You were probably going to win this game. I know what the scoreboard says. I know how the game played out. You were probably going to win this game anyway, and the big thing with Kyle McCord was eliminating those mistakes. He did that. That's a positive, but there were just some throws that he made and, frankly, didn't make today where I looked at a guy and went, I don't know if he's feeling himself right now, and at this point of the season, you kind of need Kyle McCord to start doing that.
Yeah, so I'd quibble with one thing you said, and that was Wisconsin. I don't think that was a bad read. I think it was a bad decision. And it was maybe two sides of the same coin, but and I didn't think there were like bad decisions today. As you're pointing out, Steven, even the interception, he threw it to the right place. He just threw it poorly. And I'm not making excuses for him. I think there really is a distinction as you're like analyzing a guy's performance. So I'm going to also say, though, C+, because I still think that was a mistake at that juncture of the game, at that position of the field. I can't quite – I think that does, like, bump you down a grade. It wasn't a super efficient performance either. However, I'll say this. You know what? I might be talking myself to a B-.
Come to the dark side, Nathan.
Let me finish my thought, and then I'll give you a final grade. I'm like, it's like
you're gonna work through it.
Yeah, it's like the coming in on office hours to try to talk your way up to a better grade. Because so there was a point at halftime of this game, Ohio State was 0 for 5 on third down, which is just stupid. Rutgers is very good defensively, but you can't be 0 for 5 on third down. Now, Kyle McCord should have been 4 for 5 passing on third down. He had one of those passes was right on the sticks, and Ibuka got stopped. They got it on 4th down. So that was almost a 3rd down conversion. And there was also one that absolutely would have been a conversion that G. Scott dropped. And so as much as he had, that was like 2 great throws to G. Scott, only one of them got turned into conversion. My point being, it's some of the things that are failures in the passing game right now are not just Kyle McCord. There was the sack that they gave up that ruined the drive in the first half. That was not on him. And I was trying to talk to him after the game, and he was very much trying not to blame any one person for that. He said that he and Josh Fryer just had to kind of compare notes after the play and find out, what did you see? Good, well-timed blitz by Rutgers. The thing that I think I am going to say B- because there's little things in this game. The big gain that Trevion Henderson had on the check down. I talked to Ryan Day after the game about it, just out in the hallway, and he said that is, they're running a 4 verts concept, and Trevion Henderson and Kyle McCord both have to recognize whether they're in zone or whether they're in man. And if they're in man, Henderson's supposed to just take off. And if they're in zone, he turns around and does what he does, which is make that catch, as Kyle McCord also has to recognize it, and you turn into a 60-some yard gain. Those things are always within this offense. It's just a matter of doing those things and eliminating mistakes. And today they did those things often enough with few enough mistakes that, once again, they win this game.
Can I join you guys on the B- island?
No.
Too late.
Grades were already in for you. The grades were already in. Can't get in the computer. We're not hacking into the computer. So C+, B-. Ohio State against Michigan State, coming back home for a night game next Saturday. Get the text, 614-350-3315, and listen to Buckeye Talk wherever you can find podcasts from cleveland.com.